Yo, what up, what up? It is the Sports Roundtable, and I'm your humble host, H.O. from Bankhead. And yes, sir, it is that time. Happy SRT Wednesday, happy Hump Day, and happy V Day. So, my question is it is the saying Hump Day is actually in effect today. So, happy Hump Day, Humpers. Today is Valentine's Day, as some would actually coin it, but well, happy hump day as well, because hump day, happy hump day, and happy hump night. I guess we can say. Man, listen, we got a special show. Hancock won't be in today, looks like, and I think Maceo will be coming in just a tad bit late. But he will be joining me fresh off a trip to Vegas. So we go get his thoughts, and we got a lot to talk about. What up, Dez? What's going on? Yeah, y'all come on in. We got a lot to talk about. NFL, we have a champion. Yes, sir. Straight off Super Bowl weekend. Before we even start, let me go ahead and tell y'all what happened in Vegas. I mean, I didn't go, but I'm just telling y'all some of the residues of what happened in Vegas this past weekend. The Super Bowl, Las Vegas, Nevada, grossed over $600 million for the city. Cheapest ticket, $8,400. Actually, it was the least attended Super Bowl in history. Only 61,000 and some change attended the Super Bowl, but 124 million views. Yep, 124 million views. And there were 23 billion bets on this game. So the question is, should they have the Super Bowl in Vegas every year, or should they continue to rotate it? With all that being said, well, I guess hearing those numbers and hearing how much money the city made, I'm sure every city would like to get into that and make a little money, because that was economical trending and uprise. Yes, an economical beast in itself, as Las Vegas, Nevada jumped right on in and took off. $600 million made by the city. And of course, Usher brought the A-Town to Las Vegas. So Atlanta represented very, very well. In that being said, let's go ahead and get to the game. Kansas City back-to-back champions. Patrick Mahomes has three. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3 rings, and he's only 28 years old. If he's 28, let's just say in 10 years he plays till he's 38. How many rings do you think he can get in a 10-year span? He got 3 in 6 years. Can he get another 4 in the span of 10 years? Can he get 5 in the span of 10 years? He got 3 in 6. So I mean, let's just call it that he's on point to have more Super Bowls than the great Tom Brady. He's just on point now. I'm not saying that he would do it, but he's off to a great start. Let's just say that he's off to an awesome start. Yes, so he's off to an awesome start, as Patrick Mahomes has he really shocked the world? I mean, coming out of Texas Tech as a 3-star. That's all it was, ladies and gentlemen, a 3-star pick. or 3-star rated going to Texas Tech. He only had 3 offers. Texas Tech, Rice, and it's another school in Texas. No school outside of Texas offered Patrick Mahomes a scholarship. So is this one of the greatest rags the richest story that we've ever seen? I mean, just think about it. A 3-star athlete that was, some would say, was better in baseball, got drafted by the Detroit Tigers because his father was a baseball player. So could we say this rag to riches story could be one of the best that we've ever seen? I mean, it's just a thought. Let's see. Yeah, Marlon, you're right. The scouts did say he wasn't paying out. And, you know, so my question is this: was it was it just Patrick Mahomes is that good, or did some coaching help expedite his process as being one of the best quarterbacks in our era? I think that might be the question to ask. Because coaching does matter. We have to admit coaching matters. So do we give Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Matt Nagy, all these coaches that's been a part of Patrick Mahomes' development, do we give them the credit for allowing this young man to explode into what he's been today? Okay. All right, Maurice, I see. It's up there with the Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner has a great story as well. Yeah, I would definitely say that. Kurt Warner does have a great story. But Patrick Mahomes is, and if you listen to some of the talking heads, if you listen to some of the post game interviews, you can hear how the Kansas City Chiefs teams think about Patrick Mahomes. As you heard Travis Kelce say, he's the best to ever do it. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Great Super Bowl game. Went to overtime. Now let's admit, how many people actually knew the rules of overtime? Let's be honest. Yeah, I agree, Marlon. They did galvanize the team. You know what, Des? I would say that his success, this might be for Mahomes one of the. Remember, he had never been on the road to play to get to the Super Bowl. So this year, Kansas City, this was the hardest road to get to the Super Bowl. So just by that alone, I would say that this Super Bowl and him winning this Super Bowl might be the most gratifying of the other two. The first one might be the one that you'll never forget. This one is the most gratifying because you had no receivers. I mean, you led the league in drops and you really didn't have a go-to or number one wide receiver. And I guess a rookie, Rayshon Rice, became a default wide receiver one throughout the season. And what goes overlooked was he was at Patrick Mahomes' throat on the sidelines because he felt like he was open on the pass to Travis Kelce. I mean, I guess that's just being competitive. But everybody, I guess that goes overlooked because we want to talk about everything else. But that was, and if you watch the play, He was open over the middle. Not sure if he would have scored. This is the pass that Mahomes threw to Travis Kelce right before they kicked the field goal to tie the game at 19. If you go back and look at the play, Rashard Rice or Mr. Rice was open across the middle. Didn't get the ball. He had a couple of people in the area, but he was still open. Not sure if he would have scored, but he was open. All right, let's see. Well, let's see. Does it diminish the value of Eric Bieniemy? Des, it's funny you would say that because throughout the season, Eric Bieniemy value was going up because of some of the struggles that Kansas City was having. Drop catches, not playing to the peak of their offensive ability and things of that nature. So I think more than anything, I don't think it diminishes the value of Eric Bieniemy. I think it increases the legacy of Andy Reid. That's just my opinion. I just think that Andy Reid has shown that in big games he can dial it up and get things done. So I don't think it diminishes. I don't think it diminishes, but I think Andy Reid, Andy Reid, does he get enough credit? Because remember, he was one of those coaches that when he was with Philadelphia that could not get it done with all of the talent that he had. And he was one of those coaches that was 0 for whatever in the Super Bowl and 0 for he gets to the NFC Championship game and lose. Anytime there was a big stage, he's always lost. But now, I guess he figured it out. And in big games now, with 3 Super Bowl wins, I think this shows that, let's just be real, this Super Bowl win with the toughest road in the route to get there, this has solidified Andy Reid going to the Hall of Fame. Let's just be real. Simple as that. Andy Reid has sealed the deal to be a Hall of Fame coach with this Super Bowl win. Yes, he has. Simply put. What's up, cuz? Before we move any further, I do have to I have to stop for a minute to talk about one of my good buddies, one of the co-hosts on the show, Mr. Derek Weeds, D. Will, the coach. Unfortunately, he had to get his wife prepared to go to heaven. And the funeral was yesterday. It was streamed live and things of that nature. So if you get a chance to reach out to D. Will, please reach out to D. Will and let him know your heartfelt thoughts, condolences, and prayers and things of that nature. But it was a great service, and we wish all of our prayers and everything to Mr. D. Will in our SRT community. I will be trying to put a package together because I will be going down to Montgomery here pretty soon just to put some eyes on him. So I can get with the community. We can inbox each other, whatever the case may be, and get it going. And we can take him a nice little package down there just to let him know we're thinking about him. So let's go ahead and do that. And with that being said, I'm bringing in my guy. Yes, sir, my man. All the way straight off the airplane. Well, not straight off the airplane, but close enough.
Woo!
Close enough. Straight
Word.
from Las Vegas. Listen,
Word.
my main man, Mason Hurd, is in the building. What's going on, Mason? I
Big
appreciate
dog.
you.
What's happening, baby? What's happening, baby? What's happening?
Hey, now, Sega, listen, I gave the stats before you got on. I gave the stats of Las Vegas. The city of Las Vegas, and you can confirm this, the city of Las Vegas made $600 million this weekend.
Boy. Yeah, I think they might have made more.
Yeah, somebody ain't turned all the money in. But anyway, so they made.
I mean, it is Vegas. I mean, it is Vegas. That's what they known for.
but you know, somebody's watching somebody watching somebody that's watching somebody else. Also, it was the least attended Super Bowl in history.
Well, so I saw that. So let's go on and put that to bed. So the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium is the smallest stadium in the NFL.
Yes.
So every time that they host the Super Bowl, and they're going to be back in the rotation within the next 4 to 5 years, the Super Bowl is always going to be in Vegas now. And as bad as this one was as far as the layout and the optics, the Super Bowl will be back in Vegas. And when it goes back, but, you know, said all that, Allegiant Stadium only seats 68,000 people.
Right.
It's the smallest stadium in the NFL. But don't be surprised if they find a way to get some more seats in there. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, and they said only 61 attended, but the tickets, the average ticket or the cheapest ticket was $8,400.
Yeah. It's
that had a lot to do with attendance, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's crazy that I think that number is capped because the stadium was like full and
right.
Like the people so what a lot of people don't know, like it was a lot of standing room only options and stuff like that. The stadium was packed. So and this the crazy part about it, and I think what makes Vegas special, like Super Bowl wise, because every hotel on the strip had like a tailgate, had a Super Bowl party, and it was hosted by like so many NFL guys, celebrities, just all of these people. So I mean, you know, hey, if you didn't want to pay $8,400, you could pay $1,500 to go to such and such spot. You could have went to pay $500 to go to such and such spot. Or it was stuff. It was madness everywhere. So you know, again, I mean, it's Vegas, dog. I mean, it's Vegas. I mean, it's Vegas.
So my question to you, and then check this out. The 124 million viewers was the most of all time.
Right.
And it was 23 billion bets put on this game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, my ball award this week is the NFL for doing what they do.
Yeah, it's the NFL, and everything the NFL does is big, and it just continues. Like every time we think that a number can't be hit, boom, that's another number.
Exactly.
They've continued to just find ways to make money in everything they do. Like opening night, they put 28,000 people in the building for opening night, and that number probably would have been higher if it hadn't rained. Like it rained all week in Vegas. We did not see rain until like Friday, so those numbers would have been even better. And because you got to look at it, this was a chance for people who couldn't afford to go to the Super Bowl to get inside Allegiant Stadium, to just see the beauty that is Allegiant Stadium and kind of get close to the players,
right,
for like $45-$50 as opposed to $8,400 for a nosebleed seat. So I mean, the NFL continues to make money. Like Marlon say, NFL gonna always win, dog. They can't lose.
Right.
Can't lose.
Did the 8,400 come with some binoculars? Because you sure we're gonna need them.
No, they not come with no binoculars. You know, all the new stadiums tell you now it's no bad seat in the house.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's
Mm,
crazy.
mm, mm. I agree. So yeah, I was just talking about that. I had to take a moment to stop to give a shout out to D Will, and not sure if you heard his wife got a gained her wings on the 5th of
Man,
February in the funeral
prayers
was
up for my dog, man. Prayers up for my
yesterday,
dog.
man. And yeah, I reached out to him, man, and it was tough couple of days. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
can
sure if
imagine.
you ever lost anyone that's close to you, but I was telling him the day before the funeral is always the hardest day. Always the hardest day. Because to me, you have to face something that you really don't want to face.
Right.
And you have to walk into that like, and you're going to question yourself and doubt and this and that and all that the day before. And it's just like to the point you just like, man, I just want to go ahead and get this over with.
Yeah, yeah. So I lost my grandmother and grandfather, and yeah, man, it's crazy because like my grandmother, I mean, it kind of was expected, but it wasn't expected when it happened. But like my
Mhm.
granddad, it was like, dude, like that one took us. That one surprised us, and it was just like,
Right.
and yeah, Dylan, man, whoo, yeah, whoo, yeah, man. So I mean, I can't even imagine, dog. I can't even imagine, bro. So there, D Will, prayers up for sure, my boy. Definitely
Yeah,
prayers up.
absolutely. So I wanted to take the time out to do that, but we're gonna continue on with our hot news, bro. Glad you was able to make it. And we talked about the champs and talked about the Super Bowl. And real quick, you was out there. Give me your thoughts on your recap and your thoughts on the Super Bowl. You know, the Patrick Mahomes thing. I had talked about that. He's 28. He got 3 and 6 years. Let's say he played the 38, which is 10 more years. Could he get another 5 or 6 within a 10-year span? You know, all
Dude,
these thoughts are coming up and things of that nature.
bro, as long as Pat Mahomes don't get complacent, and I don't see no signs of him being complacent, yeah, he gonna win a few more of these. What's crazy is, so I hate the narrative that this was the worst team that they had. This the best defense he's ever had. But this is
Absolutely.
offensively, they're challenged. They won this Super Bowl the hard way because they had to go on the road.
For the first time.
They had to go on the road twice, get big W. They went to the number 1 seed and handled Baltimore convincingly. And you just know with Andy Reid, with Veach, that whole front office, they're going to fix the offense. They're going to get a piece at wide receiver. They're going to do some things just to shore up the offense. And dog, they're going to be right back like they never left. And listen, Pat Mahomes, one of the things that I was telling people this a couple of weeks ago during one of our shows, he's so obsessed with Brady. He's super obsessed with Brady. That's one of the reasons they bought Blaine Gabbert in. He wanted them to go get Blaine Gabbert, who's been Brady backup the last couple of years. And all he does every day is ask Blaine Gabbert about Tom Brady's process. And that's made him an even hungrier quarterback. And if we just if you look at it, you think about kind of the what we're watching, the evolution of Pat Mahomes. He kind of was a gunslinger the first couple of years. Now he's processing the game, and this the part that's gonna scare people. He's only gonna get better. It's still parts and intricacies of the game that he don't even understand yet, and that's scary.
Right,
Oh,
right.
that's scary for like NFL defenses. Dude, you're in trouble. And then the consistency. I think what people don't understand about the Brady era, the one thing about the Brady era, that whole Patriot way thing, whatever, the consistency with the coaching staff, the system never changed. You know, if a coach left, he came back. He just found a way to come back. So they never lost continuity. And that's what we see with Kansas City, dog. That entire coaching staff is coming back. And don't be surprised they find a way to bring Eric Bieniemy back in the fold.
Yeah,
Don't be surprised.
I was gonna ask you that. Quarterback coach, offensive assistant, something.
No, because Andy Reid takes care of his people. Funny story about nephew. When McCole went to the Jets, and it was clear they weren't using him, dude. Pat Mahomes went to Andy Reid. He went to Veach. He was like, "Hey, let's bring McCole back home. He know the offense, dude. I mean, he just gonna be a plug and play guy. Look how that worked out.
Yeah,
look how that worked out.
Game winning touchdown.
It's crazy that organization, Andy Reid, right now, dude. I mean, I put this out there the other day. Only Chuck Noll and Bill Belichick have more titles than Andy Reid. And remember, the Philadelphia Andy Reid, we all said to a man, he can't win the big game.
Yeah, I remember. Look at him now. I was just talking about that with the tenants.
Yeah.
Because here's the question. I answered the question. I'm gonna let you answer. I'm gonna put it up on the board there.
Does his success this year with less offensive talent around him diminish the value of Eric? So, Dez, I'm gonna say this, and I think I've always said this. I mean, Andy always tried to make sure that Eric got the proper credit because he understood that the only way Eric was going to get a job is we got to kind of put him out there on Front Street. Everybody pretty much know it's Andy's system. We see Andy doing a lot of the talking. We know Andy makes a lot of the adjustments. So I don't know it. I think what diminished Bieniemy's value more was when he went to Washington and he needed the Washington thing to really work to show that, hey, it's me. You know what I'm saying? I can take this offense. Now, of course, Sam Howell is not Pat Mahomes. He not. But at the same time, we just needed Bieniemy to make that offense look a little bit better, and it really didn't. So I think that more than anything diminishes the value of Eric Bieniemy. But if Andy and crew, and they probably will, they bring Bieniemy back in the fold because, I mean, Bieniemy ain't got no job right now. So
right.
I think Andy always takes care of his guys. So he will probably bring Bieniemy back in some capacity. And Bieniemy should probably want to be back. Why wouldn't you want to be in Kansas City with all your successes being like sometimes the ship sails and like Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo is never going to be a head coach again. But there's nothing wrong with him being this great defensive coordinator that he is. I mean, he done found his role. He can get a blank check every other year and he can keep winning. I mean, sometimes it just works out for you, and that's what it's doing for Spags.
Now, I told Dez, and you hit it on this as well. I was telling Dez to this question. If anything, it made Andy Reid more valuable than diminishing Eric Bieniemy.
Right.
Now, I would say this: Spagnuolo, Eric Bieniemy. I call these jobs the Johnny Dawkins coaches, which means that he hung around Coach K until he wanted to leave.
Right.
And everybody, he turned down jobs after jobs after jobs. He interviewed, but he kept turning them down until he found the right job for him.
Right.
So to your point, there's nothing wrong with hanging around and winning, especially if you're winning rings. Some would say you pad your resume, but hey, if there's a will, there's a way.
Bro, you know how many people have made a career out of just riding coattails, dog?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it is what it is at that point.
Who we mad at? Who we mad at?
Yeah, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, but none of it works if Mahomes can't execute. I mean, listen, all of these are facts. All of these are facts. But this is the crazy part, and I think people sometimes forget this, and All you gotta do is just go back and read the scouting report on Pat Mahomes. And I tell people this all the time. It's only 2 teams that believe in Pat Mahomes. They only 2 teams believe he was a first round talent. That was Kansas City and the Saints.
And the Saints, right.
So it was Sean Payton and doggone Andy Reid who saw past the turnovers, they understood that he was elite, like he was an elite talent, and his skill set was going to transcend to the NFL. Now, everybody else was like, nah. I mean, dog, remember, Mitchell Trubisky was the first quarterback that went in that draft, and he just got cut the other day. He can ready to be on his 3rd team. He was the first pick in that draft, and Chicago traded up to get him. Where they do that at?
I agree. Now, to your Patrick Mahomes thing, I was just talking about this for the show on the monologue. He was a 3-star athlete coming out of high school. He only had 3 offers. No offers outside of the state of Texas.
Right.
I know Texas Tech and Rice. I can't remember the 3rd team, but no offers outside of the state of Texas. Which, to you, who's a coach by nature and a scout help and evaluating all that to a 3-star athlete should be a motivational thing to let them know that it's not over.
Bruh, this was even wilder. I can remember a national tournament that his high school was in. And I can remember a lot of people watching him like, dude, that dude needs to stick to baseball. He need to stick to baseball.
Right.
Because this quarterback thing ain't gonna work out.
Exactly.
Hey, $500 million later, it ain't funny no more.
Yeah, exactly. So we talked about. I was asking the tennis, could this be one of the greatest rag to riches story that we've ever heard? Now, somebody else brought up a Kurt Warner rag to riches story, but those are the only 2 that I can really think of at this point. Do you have a rag to riches story?
So, in that too, and I remember we were talking. I can't remember who we were talking to early in the week, and I was like, listen, okay. I mean, the kid was still a 1st round draft pick. Let's not do that. He was still a 1st round draft pick. It was Mitch Trubisky, it was Deshaun Watson, and it was Pat Mahomes. So we ain't gonna feel bad for him. He's still a top 15 pick. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna feel bad for what it tells us. And I say this about recruiting all the time. Like, dog, you just don't know. Some kids who we swear can't miss, they miss. So this is a even funnier story. It was 3 quarterbacks in this Super Bowl that were kind of like in the same high school recruiting class. Jawan Jennings, the wide receiver for the 49ers, he was the highest. He was ranked higher than Pat Mahomes. He was ranked way higher than Brock Purdy. He was ranked higher than Sam Darnold. Jawan Jennings was a 5-star quarterback. He was the top dual threat quarterback coming out of high school. Got to Tennessee, they're like, nah, you're a receiver. And it's worked out for him. So again, this is why I have a problem when we watch, we just go through recruiting and you just hear all the story. Y'all, like I say, I always hear this. Hey man, just let it play out. We think we know, dog. We don't know. You don't, dog. You don't know what these kids gonna be. Jawan Jennings is probably happy that Tennessee moved him to receiver because it's working out good for him. He probably sucked that.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine he would have still been trying to play quarterback, and he wouldn't even be in the NFL. So sometimes things work out, man. I mean, it's all of it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's the ultimate crapshoot. We talk about it with the draft. It's just all a crapshoot, dog.
Yep, they moved Warren Sapp from tight end to defensive tackle.
Come on.
And now he in the Hall of Fame.
Come on, dog. Like sometimes you gotta get out your own way, but a lot of times we have people that are so stubborn. I mean, they think it is what it is. So in being what it is, I mean, you end up getting banged up.
Yeah. All right, let's turn the page and we'll go continue to talk football. Let's talk about the class of 2024 Hall of Fame Gold Jackets. We got Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney, Patrick Willis, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, and that's all I got right there.
Yeah, the notable Julius Peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you what's your thoughts on this class?
Dude, I honestly was truly shocked that Devin Hester finally got in. I was truly shocked that Devin Hester got in. He was kind of one of those guys where, you know what? I'm probably not gonna get in the Hall because I'm so unique. And it's like really no, I mean, it's not like a kick return category. I mean, as great as he was with it, you just really like, I mean, really, how can you looked at all of these guys and you like, okay, I can see him going. I can see him going. Like, where do you put Hester? And now finally, I mean, I don't know what changed. Like, it swung his favor. Now, the good part about Andre Johnson going in, now we're starting to unjam the receiver position. Because you've had Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Steve Smith, all them, like them guys just like tied together. So it's like, okay, now one went in. So now you would think next year either Reggie Wayne or Steve Smith gonna finally get in.
Right.
So I was cool with the class. You know, Dwight Freeney, well deserved. Julius Peppers. I made this post early in the week. Like, it's crazy to think that Carolina Panthers gave up on Julius Peppers that fast, dog. They were. I mean, like, they didn't re-sign him. Like, he went to Chicago and still was Julius Peppers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Chad gonna start getting look. Dude, I don't listen, honestly. And it's good that Chad is starting to kind of be in the public. He's doing a lot of media stuff now.
Right.
But like, I mean, would we say Chad better than Reggie Wayne? Would we say Chad better than Torrey Holt? Would we say Chad better than Steve Smith? I mean, y'all taking Chad over any of them guys? I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely not taking Chad Johnson over Steve Smith. Definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne. I mean, so I'm glad you said that, Marlon. So numbers, and I can't remember who told me this. Andre Reed talked about this week. Andre Reed said, trying to word the way he said, he was like, a lot of these numbers that these guys are collecting now, you got to kind of throw them, like, you got to kind of look at them in a vacuum, because everybody's throwing about 40, 50 times. Like, you can be a number 3 receiver in offense today, and you're going to probably have 75, 80 catches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's what Andre Reed was talking about. He was like, man, some of these guys, like, and you and I talk about this, like, let's not get into errors and all that stuff. But now, just imagine if Jerry Rice played in today's era where you can't touch receivers, or you can't, you can run a post and know that the safety can't blow you up. How much more confidence you gonna have?
How many more touchdowns you gonna have?
Dog, Otis Anderson. And Otis Anderson is still mad at the world. Otis Anderson feel like he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Otis Anderson talked about, he was like, dude, like, think about Lawrence Taylor couldn't play today. Ronnie Lott, Steve Atwater, they couldn't play today. Like, they would get fined. Or Better yet, Steve Atwater would be a linebacker. He wouldn't be a safety in today's game. So, when we start looking at the numbers, we got to be careful when we say, look at the numbers. And so that's why I brought up the point this week. Does Eli Manning's 2 Super Bowl rings trump Matt Ryan's career? Like, we just assume that Eli is a first ballot Hall of Famer because he beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So are we saying that just by that, that makes Eli like a top 10 quarterback? So, I mean, are we sure that Eli Manning had a better career than Matt Ryan? But Z, I tell people that all the time, we can twist the numbers to how we want to make them work.
Mm-hmm.
We can find a way to say, hey, such an average, he's the greatest third down receiver ever because he got so many catches on third down.
Right.
Or this guy is the best red zone wide receiver ever. You know what I'm saying? Inside the 5, he's caught these. So, I mean, dog, I always tell people, be wary of the numbers. Because it's a guy, I'm going to tell y'all this, like, Andre Rison swear he should be in the Hall of Fame. And he always say, hey, look at my numbers compared to a lot of the guys. And so everybody like to take a shot at Lynn Swann. Look at Lynn Swann numbers. But look at the era Lynn Swann played in.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh probably only threw the ball 25 times a game. Guys got 25 attempts in a quarter now. So, I mean, if y'all follow Andre Rison on Instagram, Andre Rison is a one-man get himself to the Hall of Fame campaign guy. He is campaigning hard that he should be in the Hall of Fame. And, I mean, listen, you're never going to get me to talk bad about Andre Rison. Andre Rison is like my favorite wide receiver. So, don't ask me about Andre Rison. I'm going to say yes to anything y'all say about Andre Rison. So, don't ask me. But, we know that a lot of people are going to talk about, hey, house burnt down. He did that. I mean, it should just matter what he did on the field. But we saw they made Terrell Owens was a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Look what they did. Look what they did to Terrell Owens. Like, no way Terrell should have got in like on the 3rd try when he's the 3rd. Oh yeah, we talk numbers. He's the 3rd greatest receiver statistically in the history of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't first ballot. Man, GT, what did I say? GTFOH. Yeah, that part.
So before we move on to you, who gets robbed the most out of the Hall of Fame? What position? Is it wide receiver? Is it running back? Is it safety?
Oh, it's who? It's wide receiver. Because it's so many of them, and now these guys are putting up so many crazy numbers. Well, running backs get robbed too. Running backs get super robbed because they've now devalued the running back position.
Mm-hmm.
But they're getting ready to devalue the receiver position because now look at Puka. Puka was a 5th, 6th round draft pick. No, Puka had like 117 catches as a rookie.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me a dude who was a 5th round draft pick? So now Cooper Kupp was out there. Like, even though Cooper Kupp missed game, Cooper Kupp was still out there. And this was the most targeted guy in the NFL in Puka. Now, the dude had like 117 catches as a rookie. So, is that easy to play wide receiver? Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the guy can come in hard. 117 off the rip?
Off the rip. Woof. Yeah.
5th round? I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. I don't know. We have to be careful when we had these conversations and when we talk about looking at the numbers, I mean, yeah, it's a number for this, it's a number for that. Hey, what you want to do with the numbers?
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do with the numbers?
All right, let's turn the page real quick. And I was trying to get my boy Deshaun on and talk a little college basketball, but
Deep tape.
yes, but I think the night that he was gonna come on early in the season, it was the first week of college basketball, and Duke and Michigan State was playing, and he said he couldn't make it. But I understood why.
Well, I mean, we know why Michigan State definitely lost that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we understand. I mean, it's about like all of a sudden I have amnesia. Like when Carolina lose, I'd be like, "Nah, what y'all talking about?" Like,
right. But I wanted to talk about the state of college basketball today. Does the NIL, has it affected the college basketball like it has affected the college football? Are you still watching college basketball with that keen eye, or are you kind of waiting to March to say, you know what, I just feel me out of bracket and watch it then? Because the reason I say that, because no one is really paying attention to this Creighton team, who they had my eyes open from preseason. Nobody's paying attention to the Creighton team. And as soon as I gave Kansas, I was telling Hancock the other day, Hancock don't watch no college no basketball. He just like, bro, the old Big East, I just missed all that. I was like, bro, but listen, I said, I think Kansas might be the one to beat. And as soon as I say that, they go to Texas Tech and get wild. So with that being said, I just have to ask, do you think college basketball has changed? Does it still have your attention? And if it does, why? If it doesn't, why? And just your thoughts on college basketball as we sit today.
So because I'm a sports nerd and I have to have the TV on. Now, college basketball always got my attention. I go from football season over, I jump right into college basketball, NBA basketball. Then with me being a Carolina fan, especially no offense, we took care of Duke,
Right.
saying last week. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm always so. This what piqued my interest a few years ago, and why I really love basketball, college basketball now. Because once upon a time, we always had this thing where it's no way a 16 seed can be the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
That's been out the window now, because now it's more about who's the most experienced team. Your one and done guys, kind of skew basketball.
Yeah.
So a team like Creighton, who got 2 juniors, 2 seniors, and a stud sophomore, you know what I'm saying? Then they had this deep grown man bench. I mean, they're gonna be hard to beat. We saw with Sister Jean team they did a few years ago. Marlon, see, Marlon, you hating Marlon, you hating. I don't know what you're talking about. Ceiling is always the roof. And we beat Duke, so you know what I'm saying. That's all that matters at the time.
Well, we ain't got to keep saying that part, but
I know, my bad, Marlon. Man, you got Marlon that hating on the Tar Heels, but college basketball has become this thing where the most experienced team is probably going to make the deepest run. We saw the year, Zion now. I mean, it's something about a freshman. I don't care how good you are. Something about a freshman playing against a junior and a senior. That senior just got it's like, remember how we used to go to the park and play our uncles in basketball?
Yeah.
We more athletic than our uncles, but they got more experience, so they backdoor. Like my uncle used to run backdoor. Like who run backdoor at the park?
Right.
They run backdoor. They set these real screens.
They run plays without calling plays.
They run plays without calling plays because they know each other. So when I see a team like Creighton, when I see like, dude, it's gonna be some 12, 13, 14 seeds, as we get close to tournament, you're gonna be like, man, you better watch that team. Like the days of picking 4 number 1 seeds to go to the Final Four is done.
Yeah, I agree.
And think about this, Ho. About a month ago, when Kentucky beat Carolina here, everybody looked at Carolina and everybody looked at Kentucky and everybody was like, oh man, Kentucky, they blah, 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 blah. Now they lost 3 games in a row at Rupp Arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When do Kentucky lose 3 games at home?
Exactly.
So I mean, man, college basketball
must be filming the movie somewhere.
Bro, I'm saying, yeah, Z, one and done's, man. Bro. And think about this too. We used to get mad at kids. So when they would always say, why he's still in school? He must be sorry. Now you kind of want a kid that's been in school 3-4 years, because when he come in the NBA, his body gonna be NBA ready, as opposed to like these freshmen. They get pushed around. Like, think about it. As good as Zion was, it was a learning curve for Zion. It's a learning curve for all these one and done guys. Like, and they still, a lot of them still hadn't got it. So I mean, it's crazy. But I love college hoops, man. I watch any sports. Like I was betting on marbles the other day. So I'm just a junkie. Don't count me in that.
So I do have to ask you about, you know, we do talk about Atlanta stuff, and I have to ask you about down on the flats. They got a new coach, named Stoudemire, and they will pump their chest this year. First year coach. They beat Duke. They beat North Carolina. So they beat North Carolina.
I did.
So they feel like just because of just that resume that they can pump their chest like King Kong or whatever. But I will say, the culture on the flats when it comes to basketball has really changed, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that as well.
Bro, let me tell you something. Watching Coach Stoudemire coach, watch how he interact with these kids. Like, the thing that he's going to do for the city first, like he's going to win the city. That's something Josh Pastner like never did. You know, Josh Pastner was like, I mean, he was a bum. He was terrible to cover. But listening to Coach Stoudemire, and the thing that Coach Stoudemire does, he don't sugarcoat nothing with these kids. I mean, he tell them straight up, like, hey, look, if you want to get to the NBA, you got to do X, Y, Z. But in doing X, Y, Z, you have to be able to develop, you know, this, and that. If you listen to me, because I mean, he do know what the hell he talking about. I mean, he played in the NBA a long time. That's a true selling point, man. Josh Pastner was a con man, dog. Like, and get that dude out of here. And Stoudemire wants to be here, like, and he's about truly building the program. I think Josh Pastner was more like, I got to just get that one bit recruit from like wherever. Now, Coach Stoudemire, like, bro, let me go get these dudes and let me find these dudes in Atlanta. You know, that's the way that Bobby Crimmins did it. You know, I'm gonna go get me a dog point guard from New York or up north or whatever, but I'm gonna get me some local guys and we're gonna get busy. And man, that's what Coach Stoudemire doing. I love what he's doing over at Tech, man. I'm a Tech basketball fan again because of that. Except when they beat North Carolina, I felt some kind of way about that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, everybody got a free Varsity hot dog that day, I guess. And you know, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, the college basketball thing it's just like, I'm like, bro, it is. So tell me about the hot new coaches or some of the coaches, because we lost some great ones here in the last few years. Coach K retired, Roy Williams retired. I guess they still waiting on Calipari to decide whether he want to go pro or stay.
Yeah, as long as BBN have him, he gonna stay. He'll be there.
What about the young guy? Oh, and Jay Wright. Yeah, that's right, Marlon. Jay Wright retired.
Jay Wright got up out of there. Yeah.
Yeah. So these young new coaches, we got one over at Texas Tech who just blew out Kansas the other day. I don't know if the Creighton coach, his son played in the NBA. I don't know if he even gets enough credit.
He don't.
But do you think the coaching and then Stoudemire comes right in and just makes it look easier in some respect? So your thoughts on some of the young coaches and things of that nature is a little different from the college football, but the college basketball, how do you see this transition with these coaches, some of the legends leaving and some of the newer guys picking it up, trying to carry the torch?
They understand this new way of recruiting. They've been in the AAU gyms. They've been part of the travel basketball thing, the tennis shoe circuit. So they know the language to talk to these guys. We know that Coach K, Roy Williams, we know that all those guys just the game had kind of passed them by. They couldn't relate to today's kid. Coach K talked about how he can't stand the music that these guys listen to. But now these young dudes, if you go to a Georgia Tech practice, I mean, they listen to Future. They listen to Drake. They listen to, now they love Lil Baby. Like, they trying to get Lil Baby to a basketball game. So all these young guys, I mean, dog, they be rapping like, dog, I don't understand none of these boys be saying, but these coaches, they know it, and then they hire staffs that kind of understand too. I mean, think about this. Chad Dollar has stayed relevant in college basketball because he understands the culture. He's at Cincinnati now. Yasir Roseman, he's at Indiana now. He was at Alabama. Now he's at Indiana. You mix that in with these young, energetic coaching staffs. They know how to attack these kids. They know how to talk the talk that these kids, you know what I'm saying? They can speak the language. Like, if you go to Yasir's Instagram, his Twitter, like right now, he dead fresh. You know what I'm saying? It's Adidas, Indiana Adidas school. So it's the latest Adidas. It's this. I mean, he's a young, good-looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Chad has been everywhere. He's Cincinnati Jordan School. So when Chad show up in the gym, what kids are we looking at? Tennis shoes.
Right.
He Jordan down. He understands the culture and the language. And when you got that, I mean, it make it easy because that's what these kids looking for. Everybody like swag. What the kids say now? Drip. It's drip. Yeah, drip. Whatever. They keep changing. But that's what they're looking at. And when these guys walk in living rooms, when they walk in gyms, like, kids want to be part of that. Dog. Yeah, I still played at Oregon.
Yeah.
So when he was at Alabama, which is a Nike school, just imagine a recruit going to Yasir's house and just looking at Yasir's closet. And he just tell him, dog, they came for me hooping. I ain't go to the NBA. But this how I'm living, coaching.
Right.
Now, Yasir, I mean, we ain't count pockets, but Yasir probably made like $2 million a year.
Don't forget to mention your other fellow Doug got down at Georgia State, Mr. Hayes.
Well, see, I was trying not to make this Douglas High School, but since you threw him in there.
Listen, it's Atlanta, so we out. Look, we A-Town down. We A-Town down.
Jonas. He got Jarvis as one of the assistant coach. I mean, dog, these are guys with pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Dog, his brother was a damn lottery pick. Playing the NBA, like, dog. So if you sitting there as a kid and you tell us you want to go to the NBA, bro, my coach was like the number 5. My coach was a lottery pick. My head coach played at Georgia. I mean, like, no, bro, that's what these kids care about now. You have to show these kids, like, you really can tell them how to get there. They got to see it, like. And they don't, like, if they don't believe you, man, these kids be looking at you like you damn crazy. Like, bro, man, let me Google coach. Man, coach don't know nothing.
Matter of fact,
Or
look,
it's like,
look,
crazy.
and I had to shout that out because they dad super cool dad. I'm talking about super cool.
Him, Mr. Haynes and my dad, clowns when they were together, dog. Clowns, just clowns, without a doubt.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So we're finna transition. Let's see. Got some more comments coming in.
Fact. Yeah. Those are facts right there. And that's why a lot of coaches are, whether college football, it's basketball, baseball, whatever it is, man, they look at some of these kids, they're like, bust up.
You talked about Chad. What is what Cam doing these days? I hadn't
man, Cam chilling, man. He he chilling. He done made some good money. He's still out on the West Coast. I mean, of course, he wanted to get back in. He's running some private camps. He's doing some one-on-one stuff. I mean, they gonna always be connected to basketball. So
absolutely,
yeah. I mean, their dad is a freaking legend. So
yeah, I get it. Yeah,
good
I was just wanted to since we talk about the Dollar family, I just wanted to
Dollar boys, man, Dollar boys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They have a real special place in my heart. I did a whole lot of ripping and running with old Chad, Kiki, and Omar, Eric Fuller. I could name them all.
Characters.
Yeah. And
Chris Harvey said one more thing to my inbox.
Did he hit the show that time?
Bruh.
We were trying to big up him, so I don't know what he.
Man, I don't care how tall you are, Chris Harvey, bro. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, dog.
And R.I.P. man. We lost a good one, old Asbury, a couple of years ago.
Lucky lefty.
Yeah, man, that dude, that was
lucky.
He was a clown off the court, though. Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah. People always shocked how great of an athlete Asbury was, because it framed, like I tell people, Asbury was a serious hooper, dog.
But yeah, he was.
Coach Dollar, he never took nothing serious. So Coach Dollar, you couldn't be around Coach Dollar with that demeanor. So
yeah, no doubt about it.
He had to stick to baseball. Which worked out for him too, because he went to school.
It did. Became a great photographer, by the way.
Yeah, man. I miss my dog, man. Yeah. He never got me them pictures from the Falcons New Orleans party we threw, but whatever, Asbury. My dude.
Exactly. All right, man. We're finna transition to damn, I ain't even got my thing up here, but all right. That's what it is. There we go. Ballers and Busters. Yeah, man. Ballers and Busters. We're gonna make this Ballers and Busters sponsored by Big Easy Grill, because I didn't do the hot news with Big Easy Grill, so I gotta give them a shout out. Big Easy Grill gonna sponsor this Ballers and Busters segment. And then you can go over to Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill, the best Louisiana seafood in town. Trust me when I tell you. Get the crab claws, the shrimp, the catfish bites, the voodoo wings, you name it. Shrimp po' boy is on point too.
And now I'm hungry. And now I'm hungry. And now I just got hungry.
Yeah, but we'll have to make a date and plan, because let's check this out. I got you a gift that I wish I could have got it to you before you went to Vegas, but you gonna appreciate this gift. I got you. When I looked at it, I said, I'm getting it. If it's not for me, I'm getting it for my boy. So I got you a gift.
My dog.
I want to make sure you get this.
Greatly appreciate it.
So we're going to go over to the Big Easy Grill, and I'm going to present it to you so you have it, and we going to be all good. But Ballers and Busters, go ahead and put your Ballers and Busters in the chat, and we're going to call them out. And I'm going to go ahead and start this thing off, man. My baller goes out to the NFL, man.
Yeah.
The NFL has done it. They can call it what they want. They can call it.
They can't miss.
They can call it. They can call it rigged. They can call it influence. They can call it this. They can call it that. But whatever you call it, call the bank because they are ching-chinging, baby. The NFL is ching-chinging. And you know the NFL has partnered with FanDuel, and it is reported that FanDuel made over $100 million during this NFL season.
Again, I think that's cap. I think they made more. I think that's cap. They fudging the numbers. Stop fudging the numbers, FanDuel.
Yeah. So, but either way, the NFL has done it again. They are under the umbrella as a sports entertainment business. So however they need to entertain you, they're doing a good job of doing it. So, hey, it is what it is. And to be able to create an atmosphere in Las Vegas to get the city to make Las Vegas $600 million richer, then I'm, hey, what can you say? So now, with all those things being said, I wanted to ask you this earlier, but do you think that they should have the Super Bowl in Vegas each and every year now? You think they should still rotate it? Because listening to some of those numbers, other cities want to get involved in that number crunching too.
Oh yeah, no, Vegas. Listen, Vegas gonna get it within the next 4 years again. So Super Bowl is in New Orleans next year. This is gonna be the last year that they're gonna let New Orleans have it, because New Orleans will not build a new stadium, and it's no way with all the amenities all these new stadiums have. It's no way they're going to allow New Orleans to continue to host a Super Bowl when they told Atlanta, you got to build a stadium. LA, y'all want to win a Super Bowl, y'all got to build a stadium. Jerry had to build a new stadium. You cannot host a Super Bowl without a new stadium. And the cool thing about Vegas, it just makes so much sense because I mean it's the damn entertainment capital of the damn world. Like the only thing I think Vegas didn't do right was just spread out everything. Like use the old strip. Like everything shouldn't have been like in just one freaking, like everything was between Mandalay Bay, Luxor, like the top end of the strip. Like, man, stretch that thing out, man. Just make everybody go everywhere in Vegas. So I think they'll correct that the next time. But Vegas definitely finna be in a rotation. I mean, it just makes sense. And with the marriage of gambling and the NFL now, dude.
Yeah.
Every gambling site had a big marquee stand inside Radio Row. FanDuel, their athletes, DraftKings. Dude, don't even get me started, man. That 600 million, that cap, as the kids say, that's cap. They made more money than that, man. It's just they trying to fudge them numbers, man, because people put money in their pocket, man. But it's Vegas. Vegas. It's Vegas. The NFL, the new mob, too. The NFL, the new mob. The mob used to run Vegas. That's out of there now. That's out of there. NFL, Goodell. I call Goodell, I call him Roger Soprano. That's it. That's his name for me. Yeah, man, that man head the mob. The NFL, the mob. Let me stop saying that. I ain't say that, y'all. Take that back. I take that back.
Yeah. David Stern. Well, that's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, give me your ball.
All of dude. Got to be biased with my baller, man. My nephew, McCole Hartman.
There you go.
Simply because McCole was pissed off all week. And so I was the only person that he allowed to interview him during media night. I think one other person interviewed him. And if you watched our interview, he had this towel. He kind of was hiding. And the thing he kept saying, he just was like, I'm going to make a big play in this game. I'm going to make a big play in this game. Every time he said stuff like that, he said that the year in the national championship game, I'm going to make one of the biggest plays in this game. Now, the kid is just a gamer, and for him to still keep his composure after all that happened in New York, find his way back to Kansas City, Oh, that's against. I mean, he had them drops, or he had that fumble, and everybody just kind of wrote him off. And for Andy Reid, in the biggest moment, called Tiger 12, which meant that McCole was going to be on the field, and that Pat Mahomes trusted McCole to make the play. Man, baller, dog. My little nephew, man, baller.
Yeah, there it is. And as you always talk about, Nick Bosa, why are you knifing in? Why are you knifing in?
Imagine if Nick Bosa did his job. He hit Pat Mahomes square there in the face.
Square dead in the face.
And they don't get that pass off, and the 49ers are Super Bowl champions. Like, just imagine, Nick Bosa, you do your job.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I was happy because I don't have to hear that bang bang Niner gang stuff no more. It's making me sick. People just walk around, 49er fans just walk around, bang bang Niner gang. Yeah, thank you, thank you, Nick Bosa, for knifing down. Thank you.
Yeah,
bang bang Niner gang. Get out of here with that.
Okay, let's see. Marlon say he got him knifing down like 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah, dog, he did it all night, man. He was trying to be the hero. He was trying to be the hero, man. He was trying to be the hero. Yeah, whatever, Nick Bosa. Whatever, Nick Bosa, Trump supporter, whatever.
Yeah. All right, man. My buster this week. I was kind of complex. I was so looking online and trying to figure out, am I gonna repeat my buster from last week and the week before? And he didn't say nothing stupid, so I said, "All right, let me move on. Let me go on." And I just decided to give the Buster Award to no other than the San Francisco 49ers.
Dang.
For not losing the game, but for firing Steve Wilkes as if
scapegoat.
Yeah.
Scapegoat.
So I'm giving it to the 49ers organization for firing Steve Wilkes. I thought Steve Wilkes had a great plan. I mean, when you hold Pat Mahomes to only 2 touchdowns, I mean, he had over 300 yards passing.
That way.
At the same time, if you hear Nick Bosa in the post-game presser and how he said that the tackles were holding all night, may have some points. So there's some very evident video footage that Taylor and forget the other guy's name.
Dog, they think about dog. They ain't called no holding the entire game, so they let both teams hold. Trent Williams tackled him like 3 times.
Yeah.
So I mean, it go both ways.
Yeah, and maybe an honorable mention goes out to the defensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs because they was wrecking shop all night. Chris Jones was, whew, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man. The dude was man.
And they was contemplating about paying him.
I mean, it's a decision they got to make. But this was so dope about the situation. Pat Mahomes makes so much money off the field that I'm willing to bet when they be like, "Hey, what we're gonna do with Chris Jones?" I guarantee you, Pat Mahomes gonna go in there and say, "Hey, restructure my deal." Pat Mahomes makes $70 million off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he don't need that little $50 million he make during the season.
Right.
Man, cut that down. What Chris Jones need? Give him my money, man. Jake from State Farm gonna give me another deal, man. I ain't worried about that, man.
Exactly.
Give me that money. Yeah.
Them busters keep coming in.
Dude, you know what my bust is, dog? And my buster originally was gonna be Super Bowl related till I got on the phone with my bookie this morning.
Oh boy.
So My buster goes to the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh.
Out of all the crazy picks, so I played a 7-on-7. I played a 7-on-7 teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just needed the Hawks to win the game. Money line
Against Chicago, right?
Yes, dog. The Bulls, no Zach LaVine,
Right.
no nobody. The game
Right.
at the crib, dog. This the one game I wasn't even worried about.
Exactly.
I'm checking the college games, but this game hit. This game hit. This game hit. Dude, listen.
Did you have Duke on there? Being Wake Forest? I appreciate it. There you go, my man.
I did. I was just joking. I did. But all my picks hit. So I'm like, bro, the Hawks playing the Bulls. No, I'm gonna get that, dog. Went to bed, all kind of smock. I knew when I woke up in the morning, me and my bookie were gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
square up,
dog. So we do it kind of like send me this, and then let's leave that because we're gonna bet that back.
Right.
Bro, I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna read you the exact text from my bookie this morning.
Oof.
I'm gonna read you the exact text. He said, "Hawks, thumbs down. Don't ever fool with them again. Why I listen to you?"
Not only did you lose, now you're on the bookie bad side.
Because he lost too. Because he said,
yeah.
He said, "Hey man, I'm bad with Maceo. Bruh. So sick today, dog. So sick. Bruh. Feel like I lost my best friend today, man. So I can't gamble. What's the day? Wednesday. Yeah. I can't gamble no more this week.
Oh.
I tried to call my bookie. He won't answer my phone call. I sent him a text. He like, don't text me no more today. Hey man. Atlanta Hawks, busters. Thanks, Hawks.
And they losing to Charlotte. Well, they still losing. They losing to Charlotte now.
Why, man? Why?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
That's
why? Man, I'm so sick of them damn guys. I am sick of them.
But look, I'm gonna figure out that algorithm, and I'm gonna be on the right side of that algorithm for all wins. And I'm gonna share it with you. And that way
you know what? You ain't gotta say I ain't betting with the Hawks no more. And what make it even worse, Buster to me. Cause I don't even like betting basketball.
Right.
But him and dog, we sitting there like, hey man, basketball, these easy bets, man. We're gonna bet money line. That. Bruh. I just need the Hawks to win. I don't care what they won by. They lost to the damn Bulls. How you lose to the Bulls?
That's what I was telling a homeboy at work. He kept talking about. He kept last week. The Hawks gonna make the playoff. They done won 3 straight. I was like, Chad, they in the left spot. They not good. I say he talking about they won 3 out of the last 4. I say, you think that's impressive? Bro, they're still in the 11th spot. They're not even gonna get into the playoffs. What going on? Even if they do, they go lead, get out in the first round.
How do we beat the Lakers, Golden State, the Clippers, Phoenix, or just whoever? How we beat these teams in lowly Chicago coming here on a Tuesday night, and we can't beat them?
Right.
Y'all trying to tell me Trail Superstar and DeJounte this and that. Bro, my bookie won't even talk to me now. Like I'm the redhead stepchild.
Exactly.
And he make money with me. Now he looking at me like, man, like I'm lame now. I feel like you know. I don't know if a lot of people feel this way. Have ever experienced this? Come back from Christmas. Everybody got new stuff. Everybody got new stuff. And you were just so hard headed that you come back to school. Everybody got on the new, the whoop, the whoop, whoop.
Right.
You still got on them same Nikes that you had on in November. You mean to tell me December, all December, and the first week of January before y'all came back to school, you can get no new? That I feel, man. That I feel fooling with the Hawks, man. So Hawks got me looking real lame out here, man. So Buster to the Hawks.
There it is. For sure.
Bombs.
I so agree.
Jesus. I needed that money, man. How are my kids gonna eat this week? How are my children gonna eat? My children gonna starve this week because the house lost. Jesus, what are we doing? What are we doing? My oldest child gonna text me say, "We ain't gonna be able to eat. We ain't gonna be able to eat, baby." Blame Trae Young. Blame Trae Young. Jesus.
All right, time for that roundtable discussion. We're gonna sponsor this by Bo Bell Basketball. Bo Bell came on last week and talked very, very good about it. Is what he got going on, how can he improve your game, and all that. So during this time of roundtable discussion, we will be discussing the afterthoughts of the Super Bowl, like coaching changes. We just talked about Steve Wilkes and how he's the scapegoat.
Without a doubt.
We talked here earlier about Pat Mahomes got 3 and 6 years, and if he play another 10 years, he could possibly get 4 or 5 more. Also, before we even get into it, this is an early what say you, but I'm gonna ask you right now. In 1 week, we had 2 things that happened to Atlanta. We had Killer Mike winning the 3 Grammys. And we had the Falcons hiring their first black head coach in franchise history. Which of them are you most proud of?
Ooh. So I'm gonna go the Atlanta Falcons hiring their first African American head coach, which seems crazy in the blackest city in the world. How we ain't never had a black head coach is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? For the Falcons, the Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the blackest stadium in America. How is this just our first African American head coach? Now, listen, super proud of Killer Mike, but we've swept the Grammys before. You know, Outkast sprinted through the Grammys that year with Speaker Box, The Love Below. Again, excellent accomplishment for Killer Mike. That's my guy. But the Atlanta Falcons hiring the first African American head coach in the blackest city, I might add, in America, in the world. Really, this is the blackest city in the world. Like, you ain't gonna find no city blacker than Atlanta. I don't care what y'all say. Houston a close second too. Shout out to I call Houston Little Atlanta. But yeah, man, that's what I'm most impressed with, dude. I'm most impressed with that.
All right, so let's talk about these after effects of the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna stay with the Falcons rhythm right now. Today they had a press conference introducing the assistant coaches, Zach Robinson, who played at Oklahoma State, Jimmy Lake, the new defensive coordinator, who's come out and said that Atlanta will run a 3-4 base defense next year. Your impressions on the assistant coaches? We know you love Raheem because that's your man.
That's my dog.
Because he took care of nephew. But the assistant coaches coming in, your impressions on them and what they had to say today, and what you look forward to in their first year with the Falcons with Raheem Morris.
So I like both hires. Start with Coach Robinson. Sean McVay tree. We know what the Sean McVay offense looks like, so we know have a good idea what the Falcons gonna look like offensively. Got to show up the quarterback position. I mean, that's the $1 million question in Atlanta. Who is gonna be the freaking quarterback? Who is gonna quarterback this team? Defensively, I think you got 3-4 personnel. I think you do. Jimmy Lake is one of these guys that I like. He's gonna come in. He's gonna be that high energy guy. Gonna be able to relate to these guys as well. I know him and Raheem will kind of collaborate on the defense together. So the defense should be stout. Again, the number one question is who gonna quarterback these Atlanta Falcons in 2024? You know, are you going after Justin Fields? You know, do Zach Robinson think he can groom
Ritter?
Desmond Ritter? I mean, I don't know what you do with the A pick. Are the Falcons going to be in the business of moving up in the draft? Like, so many questions because, you know, if you don't get the quarterback this year, I mean, do you think Shedeur, Carson Beck, Drew Aller, you know, one of them guys, you think, I mean, Quinn Ewers, them going to be the top 4 guys next year. Do you wait next year and get a quarterback? I don't know how patient Atlanta Falcon fans or, you know, listen, coach, this the creed for all coaches. You get hired to get fired. You know, your clock starts ticking at the draft. Say Raheem and Terry them, you know, to everybody's, you know, dismay. Say they screw up the draft. Say they don't, you know, we don't like the draft. And now that's going to take a negative thought process in the OTA, in the training camp. And then the product on the field. So, I mean, I know this. Atlanta fans don't want to see Desmond Ritter run back out there, but I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Maybe Zach Robinson. Listen, maybe Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris. Maybe they have a plan, and maybe they want to build one side of the ball first. $1 million question, my boy. $1 million question. $1 million question.
All right, I'm with you on that. I like Zach Robinson. What I first like about him is that he is a quarterback evaluator.
That part.
He worked for PFF for a few years evaluating quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Which means that he sees things that common football fans can't see.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means that it's going to be a lot of film study, a lot of film work, and that's what quarterbacks get better when their film work. So whether it's Ritter, whether it's Fields, whether it's Wilson, whomever, they go get some studying going on with Zach Robinson here.
No doubt about
it. That I do know.
No doubt about it.
All right, let's talk about the San Francisco organization and what did you see? Because you had mentioned last night on your show that Andy Reid was the Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan.
No doubt about it.
And you talked about how and what does San Francisco look like for the next years to come, because Brock Purdy, they found their quarterback. Brock Purdy will be back as the quarterback. They will still have the weapons that they have. So don't be surprised if you see them in New Orleans again in the Super Bowl.
Don't be surprised.
And so with that being said, what is it that you think San Francisco need to do to get over the hump?
So for the 49ers, it's game management. It's Kyle understanding, hey, these in-game adjustments. How can I get my team? Because it's super clear he can get his team to the Super Bowl. They have a young team. So you know, the biggest thing helping them that their quarterback is the lowest paid quarterback in the NFL who's getting a lot of production. I mean, he's getting super production at $800K.
Mm-hmm.
I made this point the other day. You know, if you the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson is gonna make $63 million this year. Are the Cleveland Browns as close as San Francisco 49ers? No. But this is the last year that Brock Purdy is gonna play for that kind of money, because next year, with year after next, you got to give Brock Purdy $40 to $45 million. Now the dynamic of your team is about to change, because now it's gonna be some of these guys that's making good money now that you're gonna say goodbye to, because you're like, hey, I got to give Brock Purdy $40 million, and he's earned $40 million. That's the going rate for quarterbacks. Hey, hate it or love it. That's what you got to do. So the window for the 49ers is now. And this is what I was trying to tell Cleveland fans last year. You needed Deshaun to be very good this year, because he was only counting $19 million.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, he go from $19 million to $63 million, which means that you need Deshaun to play like that Deshaun before he start getting massages. That's the Deshaun they need to show up. But for the 49ers, it's just game management. How does Kyle look at these last two failures in the Super Bowl? Yeah, Dez, that's great. NIL, baby. NIL. Yeah, it's crazy. Because listen, there's gonna be some quarterbacks that's gonna be taking a pay cut to come to the NFL from their colleges. I mean, just make that make sense. But yeah, man, Kyle got to look in the mirror now. He has just fired Steve Wilks. Who do you bring as a defense coordinator? Who's gonna be better than what Steve Wilks was?
Mm.
You know, are you gonna take it? I mean, who out there? You know,
yeah, it's bad time now. Steve Wilks got to sit out a year because all the jobs are filled.
All the jobs are filled. So now we're sitting there. I mean, if you're a 49er fan, I mean, you want to scream bang bang Niner gang again, but can your coach and I saw something today that was so crazy. You know, people like, how does Kyle Shanahan keep a job? What? Now they win in 12 games, 13 games every year. They deep run in the playoffs every year. They've been. Do you know how many organizations wish they could go to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, let alone 1?
Mm-hmm.
What? You know how many teams would trade the success that the 49ers have had the last 5 years? Well, the success under Kyle Shanahan? Man, GTFOH with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. So for Kyle, it's just figuring out, hey, I can get us to the dance. Can I pull the girl now? You know what I'm saying? We pull up, you know what I'm saying? We swagged out. You know what I'm saying? We got the nice whip. Can we get the girl now? The girl is that Lombardi trophy, that Tiffany trophy over there. Can we pull the girl?
Right.
That's all they missing. That's all they missing.
Now, what I don't like is how the narrative for Kyle Shanahan gets such a bad narrative. And, you know, we know he's the head coach. He calls the games or whatever the case may be. Now, the fumble, special team fumble, not Kyle Shanahan problem. Not his fault.
No.
You know, when Ray Holiday, you know, to look around, find the ball, get the hell out the way. It didn't happen. So he tried to pick it up. Now, I think you know this more than anything. when the ball is on the ground, don't try to pick it up, just fall on it. He tried to pick it up. Just fall on the ball. Just fall on it.
Dude.
Keep possession.
Dude. That changed the momentum of the game. That gave Kansas City life. Kansas City was lifeless to that play. That play jump-started Kansas City's offense.
Exactly.
It changed the entire game.
And to your point, you said to me, imagine if Nick Bosa does his job.
But he hit Pat Mahomes square dead in the face.
So now, how many times have a defensive end been groomed to not knife in?
Bro, keep contained.
Keep contained.
Keep contained. Ain't no need for you to be way down there, dog. What you doing down there? Where your eyes, dog? Why you going down there, dog? If that guard and tackle pull, you got to squeeze. You got to stay there. Something coming back that way. It's like a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody letting no tackle free. If you come free, prepare to get smacked because it's somebody from the pool and knock your grill out.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
So,
dude, I'm gonna tell you one even better when we start talking about these narratives. And I had to do a spot earlier today, and we were talking about the failures of Kyle Shanahan. And I said, listen, Atlanta fans, y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all are gonna be mad at me.
I'm not, but go ahead.
It's the truth. 28-3 is not Kyle Shanahan's fault.
I agree.
It's not his fault. Guess why it's not his fault? Because just like Kyle Shanahan, just like he called a timeout when he heard what Steve Wilson was calling, at any point in that game, Dan Quinn could have either said, Kyle, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Run the ball. Let's go home.
Yeah. Exactly. No. Nobody gives or to this point, if you go back and look at Devontae Freeman missing the block, where he just
whiffed.
Wale.
Yeah, whiffed.
So that along with the defense, have a better defensive effort. Or if you feel like we got this game sold up again, call timeout. You and Shanahan have a little talk and say, all right, look, this is what we need to do. What's the game plan for the rest of the game?
No, y'all ain't got to have no talk. You tell Kyle Shanahan, because now you the head coach. Dude, we're running the football right here. We're running the football, dog. All the years I was an OC. Whenever my head coach said, hey, don't do that, we ain't doing that, get what? I got to do what he say because that loss go to him, dog. People talk Kyle Shanahan 0-3 in Super Bowls. He's 0-2.
Right.
He's not 0-3. 28-3 is not Kyle Shanahan's fault. And I know that's gonna drive Atlanta crazy because they blame it all on Kyle Shanahan. It's not Kyle Shanahan's fault, dog.
Kyle Shanahan. I agree.
It's his dumbass head coach fault. That's whose fault it is.
I agree because he's calling the plays and you sitting there watching the offense continue to pass when all you had to do is say, cut that. Simple as that.
Bruh, you got a two-way headset on. You hear everything going on. At any time you can jump in and like, nope, we're not doing that.
Now this is the crazy part. And I know Atlanta gonna be mad at me for saying this. Even if you run the ball, Maceo, get a first down. Is it a guarantee that Matt Bryant make the field goal?
No, it's not.
So I mean, even if you run the ball, you still not guaranteed a victory,
bro. Hey man, and I learned this week too. Last week in Vegas. Like I'm just gonna start arguing with people. Well, I stopped that, but like when people tag me in a post, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. Like I said, I finally figured out how I can make my page. Somebody show how to make my page where people can't tag me. Like they got to get permission for me to tag me.
Right.
So I'm not jumping on nobody's page and putting my 2 cents. Cause listen, y'all know more than me. We get it. So y'all can have it, bro. I'm not going back and forth with nobody no more for the rest of 2024, dog. If it ain't on my page, if it ain't on the page I respect, bro, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm keeping it moving. Not even gonna waste my precious time.
There you go.
Not even putting the emoji on your page, bro. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
I'm not taking, bro, I'm not doing it. Y'all not getting that energy from me. Nope, not no more.
I agree. All right, question of the day. Oh, see, let's see. Running the ball burns the clock. That clock was the only friend New England had. Play calling preserved it for them. Yeah, I agree. Still got to make the kick though.
Hey man, listen. All Dan Quinn got to do is hit that directional button. Kyle, don't do that shit no more.
Right. That's all they had to do.
Now, Coach Cantrell used to always say, hey, ain't nobody gonna blame y'all. The coaching staff, ain't nobody gonna blame y'all. That go to me. That go to me. I don't know how Dan Quinn will. It's only Atlanta that look at it like Cash. Around the country, people like, man, Dan Quinn an idiot. Dan Quinn is an idiot. He could have easily told Kyle, man, shut the offense down, dog. Shut it down, bro. Shut it down.
You know what I figured out, Mace, and I want you to take this and continue to illuminate this thing. When people have pile-on opinions, when they get into the group thinking narrative, they really don't understand the game. They really don't understand what they actually are doing. And I'm like, bro, come on. You remember we used to call him pile on Keith Brooklyn. He used to get down when the tackle is made and just pile on and his tackle goes up. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the narrative that these people have when it comes to the Kyle Shanahan and the Matt Ryan thing. And I'm just I'm done with all that. But anyway,
but H.O., this is why I always challenge people and I tell people this all the time. I dare you to not watch these shows on TV. I dare you to watch the football game with no sound.
Right.
Bruh, these folks would have no opinion. Bruh, you ain't that smart that you came up with this. Sometimes I read some people post, I be like, bruh, really?
Exactly.
Bruh, it's no way you came up with that post. It's no way.
Right.
Now, I'm sure if I go watch a TV show or just go on Twitter, I'm going to find what you posted. I'm almost sure of it.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Man, bro, y'all ain't that smart. And then, boy, I hate to be this guy, but sometimes I have to be this guy. Bro, like, if you ain't got no athleticism, dog, and I know you ain't got no, and I used to do this all the time, H.O., I keep a football, a baseball bat and glove, and a basketball in my car, in my trunk, all the time. Bro, when you start telling me about that throw he can't make, hey, meet me at Ben Hill.
Right.
Let me see you make that throw.
There it is.
Let me see you make that shot. Because, that calling people sorry and all that stuff. Okay, just you was upset with his performance. But he far from sorry. We got that adage where the 11th man on the NBA bench will come in any gym, run and shoot, LA Fitness, Melvin Paul, wherever.
Yeah, Decatur Red.
The 11th man on the NBA bench will smoke everybody in the gym.
So you remember down at Run and Shoot when Chris Childs was in town? He used to come in there and body folks.
Gave folk work. Bruh, he NBA dude.
They're like, who is that? And people don't even recognize him. Chris Childs out there killing.
Bruh, you didn't make the church team, dog. How you gonna go to NBA?
And I be telling folks this all the time. And I was at work one day, and I say, it's funny how you never played football, but you know more about the quarterback position than anything. You got more opinions about the quarterback position. I said, ask me this question. When the quarterback is identifying who the Mike linebacker is, who is Mike? Who is Mike? Matter of fact, who is Mike, who is Sam, and who is Will? Tell me who those three people are, and then we can continue the conversation. But if you can't, let's go to lunch, and you paying for it.
Dog, it's just like folk be hollering about coverage. I'm like, dog, how is that? Show me where that's that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, dog. Shut the heck up, bro. You don't know what, bro. Listen, my freshman year in college, we ain't have no playbook in high school, bro. I was asked to go to the board and draw cover 2. Totally embarrassed.
Oh, learn this thing.
I didn't even know. First of all, I didn't know what cover 2 was. I heard them say it in high school, but we wasn't going over that in high school.
Right.
I knew to draw the 11 people up there. So I drew the 11 people up there. So coach was like, all right, draw cover 2. I said, this is cover 2. He said, where do they go in cover 2? I said, I don't know. He said, so how are you supposed to run a route if you don't know the coverage? I said, coach, that's a good question. He said, sit your freshman ass down. You come here talking all that, you don't belong down here. You don't even know down cover 2.
Right. And
it was crazy because, like, so you have a play call. Hey, the play call changes based on the coverage. So if they cover 2, the quarterback gonna change the play. So now the route is inverted.
Right.
Here I go. What's inverted?
You see what I'm saying?
But I mean, because again, in high school, I just knew that. Nah, I just got open. I don't know what cover. I mean, hell, they could have been playing cover. They could be playing. I don't know. But this is what this is what I be saying. I be like, bro, like, now you're listening to the commentator, and surprise, the commentators get a lot of stuff wrong too. So that's how I know you wrong, because you listening to him. Half the time they don't even know. So what up, man? Whatever, man. So I was like, man, man.
Don't you hate when writers from a whole nother state and city try to talk about Atlanta and they ain't never been to Atlanta or been to a game, and they just don't want to write, and they just listening to, they looking at YouTube videos, highlights, just to make their point.
Dog, bumped into it firsthand all that week in Vegas. Bruh, how you gonna tell me, well, the buzz in the city? No, how you know that? Who you talk to?
Exactly.
No, that ain't it. But it's so many false narratives, and like I say, we're in a time now where, dog, you can put some on a meme and just post it, and everybody swears gospel. Sometimes I be like they'll take a picture of Denzel and put this quote, and I be like, bruh, Denzel even said it before in the interview, bruh. I ain't said half of the stuff they say I said on these memes. So y'all don't think Denzel got a Twitter or Instagram or somebody around him be like, hey, Denzel, man, look what these folks, look what these folks say you said. Then they be like, man, I wish I said that. I ain't said that, but these are the times we living in, man. These are the times we living in, and I've decided I'm just gonna let y'all have it. Bro, y'all got it, dog. Y'all got it.
Then the dude go say, "Oh," after he done Googled it. "Oh, that's the middle linebacker." I said, "Yeah, that is. Mike is the middle linebacker, but why does the quarterback have to identify him?" Oh, then he's saying, I said, "Oh, you got to go Google that too, right?" Yeah, don't even worry about it. Let's just go and finish lunch. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, man. Like, so a lot of people I'm just not gonna talk to no more, man. I made up my mind, bro. Y'all can have it. You got it. Hey, you smarter than me, man. I tell people out there, hey, man, you know more than me.
Yeah, it is.
You know more than me. I'm done. Okay.
What else? Question of the day. Which dominant offense and defense from back then could still dominate in today's game?
Ooh. Well, dominant defense. You know what I'm going with. I'm going with them Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing. Ed Reed down the middle. Ray Lewis in the middle. T Sizzle and all them dogs they had. I'm talking about that second Super Bowl, not the first one, not Syracuse them. Right. That second one. Ed Reed, a lot of people don't remember. Ed Reed wasn't on that first team when they won with Jamal Lewis. I'm talking about the Ed Reed team that beat San Francisco. That defense was filthy. Now, that first Ravens defense was filthy too. But that second one, because Ed Reed and the respect that everybody has for Ed Reed as a center fielder and how he just fooled Brady, how he fooled Manning all the time. And to hear them talk about how, like, they think he doing this, but he baiting them. He baiting them. So definitely give me that Ravens defense. Offensively, give me that greatest show on turf with Marshall Faulk. Give me Marshall Faulk, Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. Now Marshall, man.
I was a king.
But Marshall Faulk was just different, dog.
Yeah.
He was different. He was different. Give me that team. So that's my offensive defense.
All right, so I'm gonna go with. I love that one. I'm gonna go back just a little further. I'm gonna go back with the and I just love the team. The San Diego Chargers with Dan Fouts, Lionel Train,
bruh,
Kellen Winslow, Charlie Joyner,
bruh.
The whole sizzle.
You know who my favorite receiver on that team? Wes Chandler.
Wes Chandler, yeah.
With them big old shoulder pads.
The most
why we doing like that when you ran route?
Yeah.
That's the hell of an offense, though. Chuck Muncie. Yeah, that's a fire offense right there, dog.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me 31? We ain't got to do the touch push. We can just get the ball to Chuck Muncie
with them big ugly goggles on. Bust up.
Yeah, there you go. So whenever we don't get a first down, we go get one now. Defensively, I'm gonna have to go with the I think the 49ers team back when Carlton Williamson, Eric Wright. Who's my safety? Oh, Lott.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had the lockdown corners, and they had then when that was Richard Dent on that team before he when he left Chicago was Dent who Charlie who was the DN that they had?
They had what was my boy with them long arms?
Yeah. But I'm going with that defense. I think they can lock down some folk because of their secondary.
Well, that doggone run a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carlton Williamson and Eric Wright, just them on the corner for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that defense. All right, folks. the tenants, y'all can throw in your offense or defense if y'all out there wanna participate in that. If not, we got about 5 minutes here.
What a night, man. What a night, man. What a night.
Man.
Glad I was able to come in and connect with you, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the gift over here for you. It came today. I was like, boy, look, I got a little message on Amazon that said, your package is delivered. They sent a little picture. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out there and get it. Don't even worry about it. It ain't even raining today. So I got a what say you for you. I ain't got but a couple, but I figure we'll end it with this. What say you, Maceo? Yes, sir. Do you think that if Trae Young was in a bigger city, New York, LA, Chicago, that he could take a team to the promised land?
No. Because regardless of what city he go to, he's still 5'11". He still don't play defense. He still take crazy shots.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. So this is the thing about Trae. And I know everybody like he's a superstar. Okay. We know it's a team game. It take a team. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we get all that. Where are you gonna put Trae? Where you gonna put all of those things around him, which allows him to play the game the way he played the game? Where can you put him? I mean, you talk about Steph, but look at what they put around Steph. They hadn't put that around Trae in Atlanta.
Nope, they haven't.
I mean, so he's a super liability, and I think it's safe to say that we gave up too much for DeJounte.
3 first-round picks.
We not getting as the people in the finance world say, we're not getting ROI on DeJounte. I mean, it is what it is, dog. So whoever made that trade need to get fired.
Well, Tony Wrestler ain't gonna fire son.
So I mean that's when I mean it's comical to think that, like, what changes when you move Trae? Okay, Trae going to LA. You're gonna trade to LA. Okay, you're gonna have a much older LeBron. You're gonna have a much older AD who stay hurt. They still gonna pick on Trae.
No doubt.
So I mean, I don't care where you put Trae. I don't care where you put him.
I agree with you so wholeheartedly. All right, this is my last. This is my question of the day for our non-sports fan. I always have to throw that in there. And I have to throw that in there, and since it was a Super Bowl. The question of the day reads: would you pay $8,500, tickets included, to go to a Super Bowl? In the halftime, you got New Edition, Usher, and Beyonce. But for you, we're going to move Beyonce out and put LL Cool J in, because I know that's your man. You don't cover the Super Bowl, but you're going as a fan. Would you pay $8,500 to go to the Super Bowl, ticket included, with $8,500 just to go to the Super Bowl because of that lineup that's going to be at halftime?
So because I am a sports junkie, and if I had that kind of coin, yes, I would pay to see. Because I don't think people understand, like, the value in going to it, like going to a Super Bowl physically as a fan, sitting in a stadium watching your team win a Super Bowl. So, and the halftime entertainment has gotten so much better. So I just want y'all to imagine this. I know inflation and times are so different. I was blessed to be able to go see the Cowboys in the Rose Bowl when they won the first Super Bowl. And Michael Jackson was the halftime.
My man.
So I mean, I think my dad, I think tickets might have been like $300-$400 a piece. Now we had like some whack seats as far as, you know what I'm saying. We were sitting like in the upper bowl of the Rose Bowl, but we were there. And in 93 was able to see them go back to back inside the Georgia Dome. Dude, I think when you're a true fan, there's no price if you can afford it.
Right.
To go see your team. Like I say, if you got that kind of coin, yeah, man, go do it. Please go do it, because we know this. A lot of people like travel Super Bowl, they just want to be in the same city just to feel the atmosphere. I tell people that, listen, just go to the city where the Super Bowl, because like, you know how many fans of the team gonna be there that ain't going to watch that? They not getting in, they not going in the game. But it's gonna be a tailgate here, it's gonna be a party here, it's gonna be, dude, just go get in the atmosphere. But me, if I had the money, oh yeah, I'm doing it.
You're going.
Boy, I'm going. Like, dude, understand this. Shout out to, I say, God bless the dead. Me and Tony Hartnett.
Yeah.
In 97, whenever the Bulls came and played in the Georgia Dome, me and Tony Hartnett paid $300 a piece for some seats, and we couldn't even see Jordan. We were behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain.
Bruh, but we just wanted to be in the atmosphere, dog. 70,000 people in the Georgia Dome to see Michael Jordan. 40,000 people couldn't even see him. We was in the 40,000 who couldn't see him. We were just looking at the screen, and it was like kind of delayed.
Yeah.
So the crowd that could see him go, they would yell, but then you see on the big screen like, oh. But we just wanted to be in the building. So you can't, for fandom, I'm always big on this. For fandom, you can't put a price on going to see your team, especially if your team not local. Dog, y'all know I go to Dallas every year. I'm gonna be in Jerry's World. So dog, it's like, what do you spend your money on? Some of y'all spend your money on rims and cars and all that stuff. Some of y'all got $1,200 car notes. That's your thing.
Yeah. I was so lucky enough.
Certain people think it's going to games.
I was lucky enough to go to a Duke game, and I ran into a guy when I was working at Phillips Arena. And he said he was from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was like, okay. Now, you know me. Now this is being a fan. I said, one of my Duke guys from Raleigh. That when Sadler Randolph was at Duke.
Yeah.
And he turned and looked at me. He was like, well, what do you know about Randolph? I was like, man, I'm the biggest Duke fan in the world. He said, man, me and his dad are this close. Ended up finding out that the dude that I was talking to was a governor on the board of North Carolina. He's like, you ever been to a Duke game? I said, man, no, I've been dreaming to go to one of them. He said, write my contact information down, and I had you some tickets when the students go away for Christmas break. Man, I called that dude secretary that Monday, and she was like, yeah, Mr. McLaren, Doc told me what was going on, so we got to square it away. And I went to see, can't even remember the team. It was one of the most scrub teams. That's when Lou Aldine was there, Savlik, Reddick, Duhan, and Sheldon Williams. All of them was there. And look, end up after the game, everybody on the floor, I ran into Chris Duhon mom and I was telling her about how big of a Duke fan. She was like, well, come on, let's go. Let's go in the locker room. I want you to meet Chris.
See what I'm saying?
You are absolutely right. There is no way that you can pay for that. There's a price for that kind of experience. Now I took a picture with JJ Redick, Daniel Ewing, Savage. I met Casey Sanders was on that team too,
bro. And but this is what I'm saying, like, dog. Now, I mean, it just depends on what type of fandom. I mean, how big are you in sports, dog? So I have like a bucket list of stuff that I just continuously check off. Like, one of the things I'm adamant about, and I want to try to do it real soon, this year, next year. I'm gonna do it. Like, I've never been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Never been to Canton, Ohio. Never. I one year I had a chance to cover it, but my oldest daughter, it was something going on. She was on a program. It was something that was going on, but I couldn't go. I couldn't cover it this particular year. But not even the work. I just want to go as a fan and just walk through the hall. Like, how hadn't I been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Like, come on, dog.
Right.
You this football junkie. How you ain't never been to the Hall of Fame? So that's a thing that I want to do, dog. I want to do it, and I'm going to do it. Yeah. So that's one of the things I want to do. So yeah, dog, it's again, everybody got their vice. Like I said, some of y'all like doing that, buy electronics. Some baby got to have an 80-inch TV in every room in their house. All right, whatever. I'm a sports junkie. I will if I got that kind of money, I'm gonna skin down on like something like that just for the experience. I want to experience it, like, because can't nobody tell you. Like, you get tired of hearing about it. Oh man, they say, but I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna go.
Yep. Yeah. There it is. All right, man. We're finna wrap this thing up. I sure appreciate you coming through and bless you.
Man, every time you reach out, man, if I can, what I'm saying, if I can do, I had to take care of that daddy do the stuff, man.
There you go. Ain't no thing.
Shout in the headlock. Still want to put in the headlock, but whatever. Daughters do something to daddies, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't look in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get me. I like, nah, you can't get me, dog. So that's why I wore my glasses today. You don't never wear my glasses, but I wore my glasses today so I can see game. I can see game being ran on me.
Yeah, there it is, my man. All right, one last one before we get out of here. You the best rapper nobody ever heard of.
Boy, my album is on the way. My album is on the way. Bars, baby, bars.
My question to you: your album on the way. I got 3 people that I need you to pick to be a feature on one song.
Woo!
I got Twista. I got Busta Rhymes. I got E40. Give me one of those 3 that will be a feature on one of your songs.
So I'm gonna tell you who ain't gonna be on the E40 because he make that bang bang Niner Gang song. So kick E40 out the club. Kick him out the club. I don't anything to do with 49ers. Kick him out the club. Kick him out the club. Dude, has to be Twista, dog.
Gotta be Twista.
It gotta be Twista. That Chi-Town thing, man. Just that. And listen, Busta is super dope. Right. But right. I think Twista is super underrated.
I agree.
I would just love to get Twista on my track. Like, I get Twista on my track. I know it's gonna ride, dog. Cause he gonna be
he go get it to him.
Yeah. So now definitely Twista, man. Let me tweet Twista, see if you want to be on this mixtape I got on the way. Yeah.
Oh, Dez said he missed it. I said, Dez, if you had an album coming out, give me 3 guys that you have featured on one song. And the choices was E40, Busta Rhymes, and Twista. So, Dez, let me know who you gonna let ride with on one of the songs. Yeah, I can't wait to see what he say. Yep. But while he doing that, Mace, go ahead and let the folks and let the tenants know what you're gonna be doing tomorrow and how they can reach you, how they can reach out to
Hey
you.
y'all, we back in the saddle tomorrow. Me and old Emmanuel Glaze, the Crush Sports Talk. We back Thursday, 7 o'clock. Y'all catch us at the Crush Sports Talk Network on Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter and YouTube. We ain't hard to find, man. We ain't hard to find, dog. We ain't hard to find.
Yes, sir. I will be tuned in tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I might be out and about, but I will have my phone with me.
No doubt. And it's crazy. I was telling somebody, people always be, man, how you ain't like that? Listen, all of y'all walk around with y'all phone in y'all hand all day, man. Ain't nobody hard to find. Nobody hard to find. Like, stop it, dog. I ain't have my phone. Really? Most of y'all wallet, y'all phone, y'all wallet, y'all pay for stuff. You tap your phone. The driver license people got your ID in your phone. Now, man, get out of here. Stop telling me that. Miss me with that. Yeah, no doubt about it.
For sure. Well, I like to educate people before we get off. I like to, I've been blessed to continue my life on this earth. So God told me I need to bless people as I continue to talk. Anytime I get on a microphone, anytime I have the opportunity to bless people, please bless them. So I'm gonna leave the people with this, and I'm gonna leave you with this. You can drink too much water. You do know that. You can drown yourself.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
So, people go around talking about, man, just drink some water, just drink some water. Yeah, you have to do that in moderation.
And sip it. Don't go. Sip water. Sip water.
50 ounces, all that 64 ounce thing. 50 ounces is about the top as your intestines can take. Also, your liver is the most important organ in your body. So you do your liver cleanse about every 2 to 3 months just to clear out the liver and get your metabolism going.
Right.
Point blank period. Your liver turns your metabolism on. I don't care how much you work out, how much dieting you do. If your liver is in bad shape, you're not going to lose no weight. So please clean your liver. Please clean your liver.
Facts.
Give you a liver detox and some liver stuff every 2 to 3 months so you can get all the waste out and you should be good to go. Yes, sir. All right, man. With that being said, we go just jump up out of here, man. Make sure you tune in to the Crush Network tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
We up, baby.
YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Joe, for joining me. And Hancock, man, I hope you got home safe. We go bump it up and chop it up. With that being said, RIP Moms and Pop, RIP BC. Yes, sir. For Maceo and the Crush Network and the Sports Roundtable and SRT. We hope you enjoyed it, and we out. Peace.
Peace.